I'd like to welcome to the stage Jacob Crouch, a senior from Mount Dora High School, who can give us some perspective from a future taxpayer.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Mr. Von Gutten and Mrs. Sullivan for putting this all together. My fellow Americans, there comes a point in the history of every nation when there is a need for the citizens to stand up to their government. A need for the citizens to stand up and say, you've gone too far. Well, I come to you this day where hundreds of thousands, if not millions of citizens all across the nation are standing up for what they believe in, standing up for what America believes in. They're making their voices heard. We too are making our voices heard. We're letting our government know that they have gone too far. We're letting our government know that taxation without deliberation will not be approved by us citizens. Not only was this stimulus bill passed without being read through and through, but it was passed in spite of the masses of disapproval to it. Today we stand with one solid voice and say no to outrageous spending. We say no to incompetent government, and we say no to taxation without deliberation. If the government were a business, it would have been out of business a long time ago. We need to remind them who they work for. They work for us. We elect them. The people are the bosses, not the government. We listen to the Constitution, not the people who pervert it, like Abraham Lincoln said. When they are sworn in, they take an oath to defend and protect the Constitution, yet they've not protected it from themselves. Capping wages and giving businesses money when they deserve to fail is not what our founding fathers believed in. Wouldn't it be nice if we rewarded those businessmen who put in 15 hours a day, build a successful business, instead of taxing them because of an incompetent CEO that couldn't do his job and accidentally ran his company into the ground? How is that fair? Is this what America has come to? Rewarding those who are too lazy and too stupid to succeed on their own, so we give them a government handout? No! No! I am not happy with that. I am not happy with the fact that this bill does not tax anybody in Washington today. It will tax me, my children, and my children's children. I am not happy with that. I'm not going to sit idly by while my nation's future is flushed down the toilet because the 111th Congress was just too lazy and irresponsible to read something before they sign it. The reason we have this mortgage crisis is because people did not read what they signed and agreed to. This is the exact same thing and will produce the same exact results. The apportionment of taxes on the various descriptions of property is an act that will seem to require the most exact impartiality, yet there is perhaps no legislative act in which a greater opportunity and the temptation are given to the predominant party to trample on the rules of justice. Every shilling which they overburden to the inferior number is a shilling saved into their own pocket. These words made my spine shiver when I read them. They were written by James Madison over 200 years ago in the Federalist Papers, talking about an overbearing government taxing its people to death. This outrageous taxing and spending must be brought under control. It is ruining our nation. It is ruining us all. Small government gives people room to breathe, but an overbearing government chokes us out and destroys any hope of us succeeding. To get back on track. Because of the irresponsibility, we must demand that Congress repeals the spending bill and goes back to the drawing board. A bill this crucial should take much more deliberation and time to be forged successfully. Never in our history has a bill so important taken such little time to pass. I say to Congress to stop mortgaging my future. Stop spending my money before I make it. In light of the Easter season, let's resurrect our nation from its tomb. God has blessed this nation for 232 years, and every once in a while we have to be reminded of that fact. Out of this we will see exactly what to fix and what mistakes we have made. We don't need Congress to tell us what we've done. During the campaigning, I saw President Obama talking about how he would veto anything with pork barrel spending that came across his desk. I was hoping that he would follow through on his campaign promise. My hope was misplaced. Even though the citizens cried out for him to veto, he still passed it, still signed it, saying it was because it was from the former administration. I'm just hoping, I'm praying that Mr. Obama follows through on his campaign promises and pressures Congress to repeal this bill, this spending bill. I'm hoping that he doesn't fall into the same political crap that we've had to deal with for so long now, having to deal with that in Washington. Please don't fall into that, Mr. President. In conclusion, I call upon the citizens of our great nation to stand up. Stand up for America, stand up for freedom, stand up for the American dream. We've done it twice before, and now we must do it again. Let your voices be heard. Make your legislators know your name. Let them know you're mad as hell and you're not going to take it anymore. Stand up, America! God bless America!